إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله ما لنا رب سواه.
4th Inter-DELL National Elocution Competition 2018 under Markazul Marif Education and Research Center, Mumbai, hosted by Markazul Marif and Ajmal Foundation, Hojai, Assam.
نحمده ونصلي على رسوله الكريم أما بعد. Honorable President of today's program, distinguished judges, and my dear all. Today on this auspicious occasion, it is my pleasure to speak some words on the topic of why uniform civil code is not feasible in India. Dear audience, the implementation of uniform civil code in India has been an issue of debate for a long time now. It has been one of the greatest problems that India has ever faced. The matter is discussed on extreme levels before every general election. India is presently going through that fire. We are going through a very painful and agonizing period in our history. The ruling government has been an intense supporter of the Uniform Civil Code. The development comes days after the Union government told the Supreme Court that triple talaq, nikah, halala and polygamy were not integral to the practice of Islam or essential religious practices. Subsequently, the Law Commission had put up on its website a questionnaire comprising 16 questions to seek public opinion on the civil code issue. Dear friends, what does this Uniform Civil Code mean in layman's language? A Uniform Civil Code basically highlights unifying all personal laws to define one single set of secular laws for every citizen of the country, irrespective of the community or religion they belong to. It covers areas like marriage, divorce, maintenance, inheritance and adoption, etc. All religions in India coexist as separate and distinct communities. Each individual community has individual laws governing themselves, and so every individual is entitled to obey their personal laws and not necessarily obey the law applied to the territory. Hence, the Uniform Civil Code strikes the heart of custom and orthodoxy. Dear esteemed audience, one country, one law is not possible here, and drafting a uniform civil code will not prove good for India, because India has a diverse culture with people of so many religions living and professing their religions, and they have to be respected. Adivasis have their own customs and cultural norms. A man can have many wives and a woman can have many husbands too. They have different ways of marriage and also different rituals for burying the dead. A large section of Hindus practices different religious customs in different places. Brothers in Islam, talking of marriage alone, under the Hindu Marriage Act 1955, marriages may be solemnized in accordance with the rites and ceremonies of a variety of people who come under the definition of a Hindu. For instance, according to Saptapadi, form of marriage that is followed mostly in northern India, the marriage is deemed to be complete and binding when the couple takes 7 steps of round with the sacred fire known as Saat Phere. On the other hand, in South, Suya Maryadhai and Sir Thirutta form of marriage are followed. Under these, the marriage is valid if the parties to the marriage declare in the presence of relatives that they are marrying each other, or if they garland each other, or put a ring on each other's finger, or if the groom ties a thali or mangalam around the neck of the bride. Likewise, in southern India, a Hindu man can get married to his cousins and even to his nieces. But in other parts of India, Hindu men cannot get married to his cousins and nieces. Dear friends, it therefore needs to be asked if it is possible or practicable to reconcile these divergent laws and formulate a uniform or common code that is acceptable to all communities. A uniform code also against the spirit of the constitution, which safeguards the right of the citizens to practice their cultures and religions. Also, uniform civil code, when implemented, will bring to end country's pluralism and paint all in one color. The Article 25 of India's Constitution is a fundamental right which reads, all persons are equally entitled to freedom of conscience and the right freely to practice, profess and propagate religion. The Article 44 of the same Constitution is a directive principle which reads, the state shall endure to secure for citizens a uniform civil code throughout the territory of India. A directive principle, a suggestion or an optional act cannot outdo a fundamental.
Eastern Crescent is not just an English monthly but differs from others in many ways. It consists of well-researched articles, targets issues which seldom get the attention of the mainstream media, gives every issue its deserving place, answers the misconceptions about Islam and Muslims, acts aptly on its slogan, Alternative Media, People's Choice. For subscription and other details, please contact us on 022-2677-1618 or 022-2679-8538. You may also log on to www.easterncrescent.in.